We're now ready for the order of the day. Wait a minute, forgive me. Our Vice Chair has a request. Mr. Conrad, you have the floor.
Thanks. I wanted to just propose a resolution that's been passed out by Mr. Powers. If we could just make it, I guess it would be add-on 31 and also would have same night minutes. And I'll explain why. It's just a resolution encouraging the administration to delay by 30 days the return of healthcare audit information and other recommendations. The reason for this is I listened in executive committee and also, as I understood it was discussed in personnel this morning, some concerns about the information sent out by the third party that is doing this audit. I actually called the number that was on the form and got put into eternal wait, no hold time and things like this. I forget which group of if it were actives or retirees, but we're only given 2 weeks to get this information in. So the resolution addresses that, and I would simply like to give folks until May 30th to return this information.
Before you do that, is there any objection from anyone to adding this to our agenda for consideration? Any objection from anyone? All right, I see some lights here. Let me hear. Before we add it, Mr. Conrad, hold on. Ms. Howard, you have the floor.
I think, Boyd, did you want to, are you just on the record? You want to speak later?
I'm sorry, Ms. Howard, I can't hear you.
Pardon?
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I thought Boyd, he called your name, I'm sorry. But I'll go ahead. I agree because I didn't get an opportunity to speak during the meeting today, and I was listening, and what I wanted to suggest was that there were too many conflicting issues that keep coming to this council regarding the health care. And I think this council needs to require the mayor to get with his administration, figure out what's going on, and let the mayor deliver what is happening with this health care process. It's just been happening too long, Mr. Chair, and we're doing a lot of back and forth talk, and there's one person who's ultimately held accountable for the decisions the administration makes, and that's the mayor. And we need him to explain to us what's happening. Why are the employees and retirees saying that the employees saying that there are conflicting documents going out? He needs to get to the bottom of that from his staff.
Thank you, Ms. Halbert. Mr. Robinson, please come up front. There will be some questions. Mr. Berlin-Boyd, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to acknowledge that I was co-sponsor on this legislation. Hopefully that our colleagues will see fit that we extend this to allow 30 additional days. I, too, called the 800 number and was placed on immediate hold, which I think is extremely unfair for our retirees and those that have those letters, trying to sort out their benefits to just be placed on hold. They don't have all day to sit around and just be placed on hold and try to figure out their fate. So I hope you guys see fit and will favorably vote for this as well.
Thank you, Mr. Boyd. Mr. Quinton, my question is, what will this delay mean for the administration?
Sir, first of all, Quentin Robinson, Human Resources Division Director for the City of Memphis. I was in the back, so I didn't hear what led up to me being called down. So if you would kindly repeat, I would appreciate it.
The resolution that we're considering calls to delay the deadline for all audit documents, no matter whether an active employee or retiree employee, be moved. That delay will go to May 30th, 2015. And my question to you is, because I know the administration has been working on this, what effect will this delay have on your department in the city?
I will have to consult with the internal audit department. The City of Memphis Human Resources Division is not conducting this audit. The City of Memphis Human Resources Division is not working with the third-party vendor on timelines and completion dates for this audit. So respectfully, I'm not in a position to answer that question about what a delay would mean.
Is there anyone here in this building that can answer that question?
Mr. Patman, the internal auditor, This is his engagement. Mr. Patman is not in the office today.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other questions for Mr. Robinson or anyone else in the administration? Mr. William Boyd, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. I just want, Director Robinson, do you happen to have a direct line into the head of that company that's doing the audit where you can get an answer rather than have to wait on the line like other citizens have to do?
The company is under contract with the city of Memphis via the internal audit department. I'm not so sure that the vendor can speak to what impact it will have on the city of Memphis if the audit is delayed. I think that proper response should come from the internal auditor who requested and is overseeing the audit.
And who is that?
That is Mr. Leon Patman.
He's not present today.
He is not present today. That is correct.
Is he reachable by phone? Or is he ill? Or
I have sent emails today, and I understand he's out of the office. I don't know what the circumstance is.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? All right, there was no objection to adding this item to the agenda. Ms. Snipes, I want to make sure that we are in order. Did we get a motion in a second? I know Mr. Boyd said he was co-sponsoring this. Did we get an official motion from? All right, for the record, this is sponsored by Mr. Conrad, seconded by Mr. Berlin Boyd. Just want to make sure that everyone's clear on this. It's on the floor. Yes, sir.
Is there any way, excuse me, sir, is there any way we could hold this to the end of the meeting and have Mr. Robinson try during the meeting to get an answer?
Yes, there is, sir. Without objection, we can hold this to the last item on the agenda to give Mr. Robinson time to get additional information. Is he still here in the audience? Oh, okay. Mr. Robinson, can you think you can do this before we leave? Would you try? All right. Without objection, we can do this? Okay, hold on. Mr. Berlin Boyd, you have the floor.
Thank you. I want to object to that simply because it seemed as if any information that we request from Mr. Robinson, people not at work, the call 800 number, there's always some kind of excuse. Now the gentleman's not at work today, so I don't have that much confidence. What time is it? It's 4:10. I doubt if he get in touch with the guy right now. So I would ask that we move forward and proceed with this item.
All right, we have an objection. We will move forward unless there's a motion to delay it toward the end of the meeting. Is there a motion to delay this toward the end of the meeting? I see no motion. Mr. Conrad, do you want to speak to this? No. All right, we have no motion. This item is being considered now. Any other questions or concerns on this item? Does everyone understand what we will be voting on? To delay the audit until May the 30th. That's what the vote is. I think it's time to vote. I see no other lights. Electronically, yes, please. Conrad, sponsor. Boyd, co-sponsor. Second, yes.
William Boyd, yes. Berlin Boyd, yes. Collins, yes. Conrad, yes. Flynn, yes. Ford, yes. Fully Love, yes. Halbert, yes. Hedgepeth, yes. Morrison, yes. Strickland, yes. Chairman Lowry, yes.
That item passes. There are people in the audience who are concerned. I want those who are concerned to help get the message out. Ms. Triplett, putting the burden on you. Ms. Hurley, let's see it on Just the Facts, please. Okay? All right. Yes, we read it. So let's get the word out. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on.